Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Wednesday morning. It's now the 12th day of March, 2025. This is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office. And as I look out the window, it's just cloudy here this morning as I'm recording this just before 8 o'clock in the morning. We will be seeing some rain develop later on today. It's really this afternoon for the valley anyway, and the foothills that will see the best rain. There are some areas now that are getting some rain, and we're starting to get some light snow in the Sierra. All of those will be picking up as we go through the day. We'll talk about the rain and snow we're going to see today, tomorrow, and then again with the second wave coming in on Friday. Yeah, some fun days coming up. So let's start with the radar. So for those of you that ask, this is the app that I use. It's called Radar Scope. I like it because you get the raw data off of the individual radar sites, and this is off of the Davis radar. You can see the flow here coming up from the south. Currently, we have some nice rain into Butte County. There have been a couple of light showers in the foothills, and there is some light snow developing in the Sierra. Some better showers back in here. And again, this is covering the time from about 5:30 to up to about 8 o'clock in the morning. So really not much going on for the morning commute, the evening commute in the valley, the afternoon, picking up the kids from school, that sort of thing. That's when it is going to be a little bit messier. Now in the Sierra this morning, we are seeing some light snow. Now I'm going to call up a camera here, but unfortunately it's not very good. So this is just, for some reason, the whole shebang isn't quite working very well. But this is the way it looks from Soda Springs, from the Caltrans web camera. Yeah, for some reason it's really not working very well on my computer. But anyway, you can see it's kind of a wet sort of a mix up here. And if we go to up toward looking the other way, you can see the road looks okay. But it's starting to kind of get a little slushy. This is just going to be a lot worse later on. If we go down the other side, down toward Truckee, things look a little bit better here. Again, the roadway is just wet, but nothing too severe going on just yet. Let's go over to 267. Anybody going to North Star today? Yeah, the road here is just wet. So no travel issues first thing this morning, but all of that will be changing as we go through the day today. All right, let's take a look at the satellite and show you this little system that's coming inland. Right now we have just this bit of cloud cover starting to come through. The best part of the system is out here, as you can clearly see. And this line right here is the boundary between the relatively warm air we're in now from the colder air that's back here. This little signature you have here in the cloud cover, you notice this kind of dimpled pattern here in the clouds. This is a signature of cold air diving into the front, a nice little developing low in here. As that low moves inland, it'll get somewhat breezy this afternoon, and that's when we'll get all the best dynamics to squeeze out the best rain this afternoon and into early this evening. You'll notice that Southern California is nice and clear after getting some of the rain yesterday. So let's go to the HRRR, because we are going to see some nice rain develop as we go through the day today. Thought I was going to sneeze there. I managed to hold it off. All right, so this is this morning. This is depicted rather well. As I showed you with the radar, we are seeing the rain in Butte County, some showers on the west slope, the snow level relatively high with that best band of rain off the coast. Let's head into the middle part of the day. This is around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll start to see some better rain in the valley. The best rain is along the coast, and the snow level is still relatively high. So it looks as though the timing is a little bit slower maybe than what we were thinking yesterday and the day before. But as we head through the evening, this is 5 o'clock, and then we're getting some really good rain. It's rather gusty. The wind's gusting maybe 35 in the valley. On the east side of the valley, might be strong, a little bit stronger. But I don't expect we'll see anything in the way of really nasty wind gusts. Wind isn't a really big issue here, and neither is any concern for flooding or that sort of thing. But it's as this line comes in that we're going to see the snow level itself drop as we head into the evening hours. You can see it right here. As I just go back, that's 5 o'clock, and then that's around 7 o'clock. So you can see that snow level drop. Just watch that area of blue drop down again. Let me just do that another couple of times. Snow level here around 5,000, and now the snow level probably dropping below 4,000 as the sun goes down. And then we'll continue to see really good snow. This is around 10 o'clock tonight. So for those of you at 4,000 feet, maybe even 3,500 feet, by the time we get to 10 o'clock tonight, you're going to be seeing snow. So if you're at, let's say you're in Pollock Pines and you're saying, hey, they said it was going to snow today. Yeah, tonight is when you'll get that, as well as into places like Auburn and all the way down into Mariposa County. We'll eventually get that snow level down below 4,000 feet as well. So that's 10 o'clock tonight. As we head through the overnight hours, we're continuing to see these little waves of showers come by. This is in the overnight hours, while the snow continues on the west slope, especially above 3,500 feet. This is Thursday morning. Thursday is going to be one of those days we see these on-again, off-again showers. The snow rate will decrease, but we'll still be seeing snow at a half an inch to an inch an hour, as opposed to the 2 inches an hour that we're going to be seeing later on today and into tonight. This is Thursday around midday. Now we're going to watch the valley to see if any showers or thunderstorms pop up. Like these little cells here. This is around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, little pop-up cells. So a lot of Thursday for the valley is going to be dry, but we will see these little pop-up showers. And again, maybe a thunderstorm with snow showers on the west slope continuing. And as we head into the overnight hours, this is 10 p.m., we're now dry, but you can see this area out here. That's the leading edge of the next one that comes our way. This is very early Friday morning. I'll go all the way to 5 a.m., which is the end of this model. The one thing I'm going to point out here, but I'll show you with another model here better in just a second. Notice where this blue is starting to show up. We actually see blue in the coast range as well as on the west slope. Because this system is coming into colder air, existing colder air, we could see a burst of lower snow below 2,000 feet early on Friday morning. Now the thing is, and as again I'll show you here in a minute, what's going to happen during the day Friday is it will get warmer during the day. So while the snow level may start out below 2,000, by the end of the day it'll be up around 4,000. So we may see some low snow first thing on Friday morning. But again, I'll show you more on that here in just a second. Let's go to how much rain we're talking about. As I said, not enough water in the valley to really cause any issues. This model showing for Sacramento about a half an inch. And for the San Joaquin Valley, yeah, it's really not going to be much in the way of rain. I'd be surprised if Modesto and certainly Tracy see more than a quarter of an inch of rain. Stockton may get up to around a third. I'd be surprised if Stockton gets to a half an inch of rain. So for the San Joaquin Valley, not a lot. On the west slope, really good. So places like Placerville and Jackson, as well as Groveland, we'll see a couple of inches of water. And for those lower elevations below 3,500, some of that might even be a little bit of snow. And then up at the higher elevations with 3 or 4 inches of water, that's why we're still thinking above 6,000 feet, we'll see 3 to 4 feet of snow. All right, let's get into the NAM, because the NAM will give us a better idea of what we're expecting as we head into the day on Friday. So here's that system today. And as we head through tonight, the steady rain drops off. We'll see the scattered showers Thursday. Here comes that system on Friday. Friday morning at 5 a.m. and then 8 a.m. So you'll see here, I know it might be kind of tough to see. I wish I could put on highways and have better county lines on here and that sort of thing. But that right there is Sacramento County. This indicates snow at maybe 1,500 feet. First thing on Friday morning. That's 8 o'clock. But watch this line right here and watch how it goes up as we go through the day. You also notice here, snow, let's say on Mount Diablo, snow on some of the other mountains in the coastal range. Watch how that disappears. That's the 8 a.m. image. That's the 11 a.m. image. So it changes over to rain. And you'll see the same thing on the west slope as we head into the afternoon. The snow level goes up. So if we do see a brief burst of snow down below 2,000 feet first thing on Friday morning, it'll quickly be changed over to rain. So if you're at, let's say, 1,800 feet and you wake up and there's going to be some snow, your snowman that you build in the backyard isn't going to last very long. So the snow level goes up. This is Friday evening. And then as we head into the day on Saturday, this is Saturday afternoon, we are dry. So that's all looking much, much better. And in terms of total precip accumulation from this model, This includes the day on Friday. Still, for the valley, we're only looking at maybe an inch, but you don't have to go very far to the east from here where the number will go up. So even areas that are just kind of on the fringes of the foothills, Roseville, Rockland, Loomis, El Dorado Hills, Ione, all of those areas will be, inch and a half. And then you go just a little bit farther up the hill and you start squeezing out 2 to 3 inches of water. All right, I want to talk a little bit more about that snow level, and for that, I'm going to go to our extracted data. Actually, let me see if I have an updated one here. No, I still have to go off the 0Z data. As I'm recording this, 12Z isn't in just yet. So what I'm going to look at here, so this is off of Auburn, and I'm going to look at this line right here, the freezing level. So this is during the day today. This is at 5 a.m. and this is at 5 p.m. The freezing level by 5 p.m., it drops from 6,100 feet down to 5,500 feet. So we don't, during the daylight hours today, we don't see snow below 5,000 feet, or if we do, it's kind of slushy. But you'll notice that between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m., that freezing level drops from 5,500 to 3,300. So after the sun goes down, that's when we start getting that accumulating snow at 4,000 feet, and that continues during the night. And we'll see some modest amounts of precipitation during the night. So this bracket here is during the day Thursday, when we see some modest amounts, inches of snow on the west slope at elevations above 3,000 feet. But then if you go here to Friday morning, this is Friday. First thing in the morning, the snow level is at 1,600. I should say the freezing level is 1,600. Then at 11 o'clock in the morning, it's at 1,700. But by 5 in the afternoon, it's at 3,200, and by first thing Saturday morning, it's at 4,000. So that's what I mean by it's actually going to get warmer during the day on Friday. Don't get me wrong, Friday's not going to be a warm day. I just mean the freezing level is going to rise so that instead of having that burst of snow that we may see first thing in the morning, we will see that change over to rain at elevations below, let's say, 2,500 feet. But and here's the other line that I'll look at here is the amount of precipitation. So when the freezing level is down here at 1,600 feet, Auburn only picks up 4/100ths of an inch, and in the next 6 hours picks up 0.14. So that means if we get snow below 2,000 feet or at 2,000 feet, it only would be maybe an inch or so. Just because we have the cold air around doesn't mean we're going to see a lot of snow. We just don't have enough water to squeeze out a lot of snow. But again, don't be surprised if first thing Friday morning we see an inch of snow, maybe 2 on the grassy areas at elevations below 2,000 feet. But it will all be gone by the time we get into the afternoon and into the day on Saturday. Let's look a little bit farther down the road with the GFS. Shows the same system going by Thursday. This is the system on Friday. The break on Saturday, more or less. Sunday looks okay until Sunday night. Here's the one we're looking at Sunday evening. This model a little bit faster. We had been thinking more Monday. Now it looks like it can be Sunday night, Monday morning. Relatively brief. And then the models had been looking at another one on the 21st. That's it here. This is a little bit weaker than previous runs. Well, actually, it looks okay. That has a little bit of an AR sort of a look to it. That's on Friday the 21st, Saturday the 22nd. So we'll see how that works out. That's still more than a week away. So over the last couple of days, I've been talking about snow amounts that we may be seeing between today and tomorrow. Still looks as though 6,000 feet and up, we're looking at 3 to 4 feet of snow. 4,000 feet, I still think something in the range of 12 to 15 will happen. But again, for 4,000 feet, remember that doesn't happen until after the sun goes down tonight. That's when we'll likely see that changeover. So for those of you at 4,000 and 4,500 feet, the daylight hours today will be rainy. And then you get that changeover sometime around sunset, within an hour or so of sunset, probably in that range. And then during the night, you'll get 12 to 15. So Pollock Pines tomorrow, you wake up and you'll be plowing and shoveling. Down at 3,500 feet, I still think we get 8 inches of snow. And again, that'll happen overnight tonight. and down at 3,000 feet, maybe 4 or 5 inches of snow. And then into that one on Friday, we could see an inch of snow down at 2,000 or 2,500 feet. So we have a lot to get through over the next couple of days. It's going to be kind of fun. Let's see. Do I have anything else for you this morning? I think that's it. Hope that gets you the information you need, the information you want. If anything else interesting happens during the day today, I'll do another update. Why not? I'm going to be home all day. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.